firstly thank the next two people making speeches for creating such a wonderful addition to the family. Today is a big day for them, I can imagine. Can we all put our hands together to welcome Priyam's parents, Manoj and Padmaja, who will speak together.
Well, traditionally, I believe it's father's duty to give the speech. But as Mitch may have already discovered, in our family, all ladies have to have their 2 cents worth in every conversation. So here we are, Padmaja and I. When Mitch first broached the subject of proposing to Priyam and to us, we were a bit hesitant, of course, as expected. But then he said the magic words to Padmaja, "Aapko chai chahiye? Would you like a cup of tea?" And after that, of course, he was a part of our family straight away. Would you like to say something?
No, I just want to say that, yes, I'm a tea addict, and I always say that, when they're looking for veins and they're looking to put blood or something, from my body, it'll only tea that will come out. So, and that's the only reason when he said, "Aapko chai chai," I said, "Oh no, he's a good person." That's it. The right person to be in the family. And just on a more serious note, I didn't want to say a lot because I'm very chatty and I'm very talkative. So I said I'll just stick to a couple of things that I just want to add. What Manoj said is about Mitch. I'm so I would say honored and grateful to have that Priyam has found somebody like Mitch. And welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. And couple of other things I just want to mention about Mike and Irene and the entire Green family is last year this time there was an engagement party in Brisbane, and I was lucky to be present there. And just the day we were coming back, I'm not a very good flyer at all. Even after so many years, little bit of turbulence, and my hands and feet and everything goes cold, and I'm like a real nervous wreck. And the day we were returning from that engagement to Canberra, as usual, Brisbane, there was a forecast. There was this forecast of turbulence and big storm and everything. And ours was the last flight that took off. And after that, I think the whole airport was closed. And it was really bad takeoff. It was really bad. But somebody like me, and I've never said this to anyone. This is the first time, and I don't think I've uttered this at all to even Manoj or Priyam or anyone. But I do want to share this feeling of mine today, that I was very calm, and Manoj was surprised that generally he holds me because I'm like really bad. And I was really calm, very much at peace with myself. And the reason was that I felt, I was very happy that Priyam has found a very loving and caring family, and that is all I always wanted for her. And this is, it was a really weird, very different, peaceful feeling to me. No matter what, she will be very looked after, and she's got a loving family. And I wanted to share this with you, Mike and Irene, Steve and Mel, and all the entire Green family. And the other thing I want to also mention.
Well, you asked for it.
is that before Mitch was going to propose to Priyam, and he just followed everything to the letter. So he was in Canberra for a function, and in the morning we were sitting. Priyam was still away sleeping, and Mitch, myself, Shrikar and Manoj, we were all there just having tea and something. And Mitch said, okay, now that all of you are here, I want to say something. I want to ask your permission to propose to Priyam. And I was like, oh, okay. And and like Shrikar didn't even think twice, because he's very fond of Mitch, and he said, I give you permission, like straight away. But I thought, and I said, oh, well, I need to give some pep talk to him before I say yes. So a couple of things one of the things I said to him that, for Priyam, I have always wanted just one thing. I had absolutely no other criteria for a son-in-law. I just wanted one thing, that whoever she finds, that person looks after her. And I told him that, and he said, yes, Mrs. Shah, I will. And that was it for me. That made my day. And then the other thing I told him, that Priyam has been brought up into cultures. She's quite comfortable in her own culture. She's also very comfortable here, and so is Mitch. He has adapted so well to what I think he's more Indian than any of us. And I told him that, because we are from, different backgrounds or whatever, things may not happen exactly that you want, or there might be some cultural differences or whatever. Never ever let those things come in your way. There should not be anything that you cannot conquer with your love and affection. Always keep loving, and I will say that again. Keep loving each other. Your affection and love will conquer anything in this world. All the best to you, and I'm so happy to welcome you, Mitch, in my family. I did say I'm very chatty, but this last thing I feel privileged and honored for everyone they have traveled from far and wide, all from New Zealand and US and India and everywhere else they have made the time to be here. So I'm like I said, I'm really grateful and honored. Thank you so much for coming here and being part of this. Thank you.
Please welcome the other proudest father alive right now, Mitch's dad, Mike. Not Mitch's dad, Mike. And again, Mitch's dad, Mike.
Thanks, Poppy. Well, thank you very much, Poppy. Now, it's great to be here tonight with everyone. I was going to start with a lengthy Hindi phrase, but bahut mushkil. And for those who don't understand, it's very, very difficult. That's what that says. But ladies and gentlemen, it's a real privilege and a pleasure and an honour to be here tonight to say a few words about our bride and groom. Before I do though, I just want to, on behalf of Irene and I, join with Padma and Manoj to welcome everyone here tonight. And not only tonight, but for the whole 3 days that we've been here. It's just been the most magnificent time here in Canberra. To all Priyam's family and friends that have travelled from so far, it's just been wonderful meeting you all. welcome to all of our family and friends, Mitch's friends and family that have travelled from right around Australia and many from New Zealand. You know, special events like this are only special because of the people you spend them with. And so to have you all here and for you all to have made the sacrifices to be here is just wonderful. So I do welcome you all and thank you for that. And I also want to take the opportunity to thank Priyam and your whole family, because for many of us, this is our first Indian wedding. It's our first experience of a different culture as strong as this. And I know I speak for everyone here, but the experience over the last 3 days has just been outstanding. It's been unbelievable. So thank you very much. And I just want to say it's been an unbelievable experience because it's new and it's different, but it's been really special because of how welcome you've made us feel. And, you know, we met over a year ago, but coming back and spending this time, you are just wonderful people, and the warmth and the openness of the welcome has made this just so very, very good. So I do thank you all. So Mitch and Priyam, I just want to share a few thoughts about Mitch and Priyam. Firstly, a little over a year ago, Stephen and Melissa got married in Brisbane. And at the reception I said there's two things we want for our children as a parent. We want health and we want happiness. I also said as a parent there's one thing we want from our children that we maybe don't always say, but we want our children to make us proud as parents. And Mitch, I've got to say, I could not be prouder of you than I am tonight. And I wanted to add a little bit to that, because as the eldest, as the firstborn, I know that there's huge expectations. You do everything first, you've got to get the best results, you've got to behave the best. And those expectations are often very good, and they let you become focused and you look to achieve and grow your success, and that's great. But they can also be a real burden, because those expectations are there constantly. And you wonder, you know, am I achieving them, or it's just a constant pressure. And I've got to say, and I wanted to tell you this tonight, any expectations that Irene and I have had of you, you've surpassed every time. And we just couldn't be more proud. And I think already we've heard people talking about that, but I think the wonderful thing, Mitch, is that you've grown into this fine young man, and you've got a very, very strong moral compass, you've got a very strong social conscience, and we know about that, and you and I butted heads a few times about the social conscience, but I've got to tell you, I admire you hugely for it. But you have a set of values, and they're powerful and they're strong, and you live them, and I just couldn't be more proud. You've grown into just being the finest young man. Now, Priyam. Who would have thought, after our first meeting, that I'd be standing here tonight welcoming you to the family? And I'm not going to share any more than that. But seriously, as we've got to know you, Priyam, and again, your maid of honour talked about it, and Stephen's talked about it, as we've got to know you, we've just grown to love you. You're a wonderful, wonderful woman, and you have that same moral compass, you have a social conscience, you have values, and it's just wonderful. And both Irene and I are just so thrilled that you've chosen Mitch as your partner, and equally we're thrilled that Mitch has chosen you, because we really have grown to love you. We've watched you, Irene and I have watched you and watched the relationship grow, and it's been difficult, there's been challenges, and I think to me that speaks volumes for the love that you two share, because you wouldn't be here tonight if you didn't truly love each other, and if the relationship wasn't as strong as it is. And so we've been thrilled to watch that happen. You guys are wonderful together, and that's the really wonderful thing, the neat thing about it. I'll try not to say wonderful one more time. But you guys are, and you do. You challenge each other, you argue, and that's great. You're not all over each other, but you do. You bring out the best in each other, and that's, I think, the most important thing. And so for Irene and I, we couldn't be more thrilled that you've chosen each other to spend your lives together. And I just want you to know that both Irene and I will be here in any way, at any time, to do anything that we can to help you grow and help your relationship blossom and help you have a wonderful life together. So ladies and gentlemen, without any more ado, I'd like you to raise your glasses and drink a toast to a very special couple, Mitch and Priyam. Mitch and Priyam. Thank you very much.